talk more about surrealism and expectation.
Yeah, so please flip your iPads and eyes up on the screen. And I'll wait till I have everybody's attention. If some people might not be able to hear because they have earbuds in or headphones, so please pause your music.
There we go.
All right. So before I move in, obviously it's in the current folder, and we are in our final week and Monday. So we have basically 3 things to complete this week. We have one last unit, which will be on surrealism, and that has 2 assignments. And then in tomorrow's folder for Tuesday, I'm going to go over that final sketchbook portfolio that I've been talking about all trimester. Some of you are like, what? Don't worry about it. It will go quickly. But I will teach you about this tomorrow. Everything we do is due Thursday. Thursday is our last day of class together. So every single thing that we have done this whole trimester has to be turned in by the end of the day on Thursday. Okay? Because y'all don't have school Friday. Is everybody with me on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah? Okay. So our last unit is surrealism. So you're going to have 2 more pages that you're going to do in your sketchbook this week. And this is like going out with a bang. Like, how are we going to make this like the end like awesome? You guys have been doing such an awesome job so far. So I'm really excited to see what you're going to create. The expectations today. I am going to show you a quick video about what surrealism is, like the definition of surrealism. It is an art movement. Salvador Dali is probably the most famous surrealist artist, and you may or may not have heard of him. He's very popular. So I will be showing you, like I said, a quick video. The expectation is 1 full page in your sketchbook. I do not care if it's vertical or horizontal, but you need to use that whole page, and you need to have color, shading. You can use any materials you want. If you wanted to use color pencils, Sharpie, mix it together, markers, doesn't matter. Okay. When you're creating, you need to think dreamlike. And this will make more sense once we watch this quick video, and then I'll show you some examples. So I'm going to mute myself to show this.
Reality. We all have to live in it. It's made of real things like trees and staplers and washing up. All very useful, but also just a tiny bit boring. Which is why the world needs surrealism. So, what is surrealism? Surrealism is an art movement started by French writer André Breton back in the 1920s. He was interested in things like dreams, fantasies, and thoughts in our minds that we don't even know we're having. Artists such as Salvador Dali, René Magritte, Dorothea Tanning, and Eileen Agar explored these ideas by creating surrealist art. So what does surrealism look like? There are 2 main types of surrealist art. The first type is inspired by dreams, like this piece by Spanish artist Salvador Dali. Dali was the big name in surrealism, known for his wild behavior and even wilder art. Like dreams, his work often combines things you wouldn't expect to see together, like this piece. But hey, dreams can be frightening. Just look at this nightmarish painting by the American artist Dorothea Tanning. Surreal, huh? The second type of surrealism is called automatism, which is art made without thinking. So if you've ever doodled whilst daydreaming, I hate to break it to you, but you're a surrealist. Check out this playful piece of automatism by the Spanish artist Jean Miro. Is this the sort of thing you doodle? How did people react to surrealism? The surrealists were brilliant at promoting their work, Dali especially, who wowed the huge crowds at their London exhibition by showing up in full diving gear. But most critics gave the show absolutely rubbish reviews. What does surrealism influence today? Nowadays, you'll see surrealism's influence everywhere, from wacky adverts to video games to surreal scenes in comic book films. Anything that tries to break free of plain old reality with a little wildness, weirdness, and joy.
Okay, so that's just a quick breakdown of what is surrealism. Here are some examples of some student work throughout the year when they've created their surrealist drawings. Notice a lot of them have done perspective, so it's it's trompe-l'oeil, it's confusing, or it's tricking your eye to think it's three-dimensional. So they added that kind of work in. I had kids who have added in things that they really love, like they've mixed space and animals. This one is like dancing on cake stands with all different kinds of food. Over here, it's kind of like the opposites of what's going on. Like this goldfish is like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So you want to think like the crazier and like more dreamlike and more like unrealistic, the more surreal it is. Does that make sense to everybody? Some sort of head shake. You might have heard like the expression like that's so surreal, or that's, when you hear that, it means like crazy or dreamlike. So that's what if you ever hear that expression. So again, your job is to complete a full page in your sketchbook of your surreal drawing. We have this due this week and a collage that will start this week, or that we'll do this week as well. So those will be your 2 assignments for our unit this week. Is everybody with me?
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions or need any clarification on anything?
It doesn't look like that at the moment.